Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another District Gooner Pod. That's your two favorite DC Gooners.
Howdy. It's a lot of energy. A lot of energy in here tonight. What's going on, man?
It's the new year, baby. 2025, episode 80.
Oof. Number 80. Big holiday season. I think both of us had travels. Big holiday season. Hope everybody had a good one. Happy New Year. New year, new Arsenal. Guess who's top of the league in 2025? Calendar year. Arsenal.
Undefeated, dude. Forget unbeaten. Undefeated, dude. Feeling great, man. How was all of your holiday?
It was good. Got to see a lot of family. Always good to go back, get some family time. Kick it with the nephew. Got him running around. I got him some Arsenal gear, bro. I got him some gear when for my trip to London. So I got him some stuff. He was rocking it. It was cool. How about you?
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, no, everything was great with the holidays. Got to spend it in the southeast. Enjoyed the 70, 80 degree weather. Got back to DC last night, actually, and just saw the first snow of the season this morning. So I'm cool with it, though. I like the cold, man. It's not unbearably cold.
From living in Omaha, Nebraska once upon a time. Not great. Don't love the snow. Not a snow guy, personally. I'd consider myself a desert rat.
Yeah, dude, me too. I mean, I like the heat. I definitely prefer the heat, but I mean, the Midwest cold is different. This is an international pod, so I'll tell people that on the spot. The Midwest winter is different. But there's a huge polar vortex actually coming through the Northeast, I think, for the next 10 days or so. Everybody stay safe. It's supposed to be pretty bad. The one thing about the holidays, though, Steven, I got to be honest with you, I didn't really feel like there was a lot of Arsenal football. I feel like I was mostly watching other teams play and enjoying the results, man.
Talking about Boxing Day specifically, come the day after.
I had a lot of fun. I love a good Boxing Day, dude.
Nah, that's facts. That is kind of a cool tradition. This year they had those NFL games on Christmas Day. I don't know if they usually do that or not. I feel like that was something new. But at least we got the New Year game. That's kind of nice. Prime time.
It was. It actually came with a lot of pressure, I thought. Like, everyone else was kicked back. We were off for a full week. Before kickoff for that game, I was feeling the pressure for sure. I think since we last spoke, we beat Ipswich 1-0, and we beat Brentford 3-1, one at home, one away, both without Bukayo Saka. The vibes were a little weird after the Ipswich game, I thought. Like, some of the reaction was just like, I don't know, man. Trying to convince people that 3 points is 3 points and we just really need it right now is weirdly difficult.
So true. I gotta say, like, for this game that happened this past weekend, like, I was off, or excuse me, this on New Year's. It's like I was off the socials. I don't know what's going on. Like, there's a lot of negativity, man. It's weird. Like, yeah, it wasn't a great performance, but we got the goal, we got the win, we shut up shop, right? It's like, how many times have we seen that game go the other way? Like, are these people that are just recently fans? I don't know, because like I've seen a lot of those games go the other way. So take it when you can get it. I say professional job done. I'll take it every single time.
Yeah, the recency bias is so weird that it just seems to be like rewriting history a little bit, man. Like, just, you don't even have to look that far back. Like 3 years ago, we were shit, bro. So like, calm it, you know? I don't know. Like, we're gonna chat about the midseason review, I think, on this pod. We're gonna do some vibe checks around the performances from the Ipswich and Brentford game. I think we'll look ahead to the Brighton match coming up at the weekend. Another big game. We got to chat about the January window, obviously. There's been some rumors going around, so we'll touch on that. But maybe first we can talk about our resolutions. And before we get to that, let me just say, welcome to everyone who's listening for the first time. Welcome to the OGs, year 3. And welcome to the Blue Sky DGP fam. We're happy you guys are here and engaging with the content. Listen, man, the resolutions, I think I want to hear one from an Arsenal supporter resolution, and maybe just like a general New Year resolution for yourself.
We're going there. I honestly don't have one for myself. I didn't make one this year, so you're putting me on the spot. Let me think about it. But I'll give you my Arsenal one. I think it's just what we're talking about. The negativity, bro. I think just having little reality checks here and there. Don't get sucked into it. Like it's Ipswich. We got 3 points. Take them and look at the next game. Don't be looking backwards. So that's you can get caught up into that easily, I think. So that's my resolution. Don't do that.
I agree with you. I think from an Arsenal fan's perspective, I was when I was thinking about this early when I was writing the question, I thought same. My resolution as an Arsenal supporter is to stop entertaining click chasers, dude. I think it was fun 10, 8, 6 years ago when the performances on the pitch weren't entertaining. But now it's like I have eyes, okay? I don't need to come here for this entertainment, for this overblown reaction. And that's honestly one of the reasons we started this pod 3 years ago, was kind of being tired of all the negativity, trying to get some common sense and just positivity out there. And hey, it's not all, we're not here to gaslight you. At the same time, I think we're pretty honest. When Kai Havertz has a shit game, I'm going to say Kai Havertz had a shit game, bro. But at the same time, I'm going to sit here today and say, Martinelli Hive, rise the fuck up, bro.
Say his name, Sticks. Say his name.
Dude, Sticks, man. He's been absolutely vibes, bro, these last couple of games. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you, bro.
Absolutely great to have two players in your squad having a little, I want to say, I don't know, they're just waking up at almost the same time, little revolution within themselves. Like Jesus came on strong and fast, right? With his Hattie goal. And he's been playing well since. Striker's finish, right? He had a striker's finish. That was love to see it. But like Martinelli, I think it's a little bit slower of a process, but you can't tell me that goal he scored, that 3-1 against Brentford, that one he scored, like that had conviction behind it, did it not? Like when that came off his foot, like that's somebody that I kind of remember. I remember that guy, right? And I haven't seen that in a long time. So rise up, Martinelli Hive. I love that.
Dude, I mean, gotta keep it straight, man. Let's see. While you think maybe about your resolution, let me share mine with you, dude. I think one of the things I want to try in the new year is to read 10 pages a day. I think one of the things I've struggled with in the past is I say like, oh, I want to read like this number of books. I want to sit down this weekend and read a book. And I was speaking with one of my mentors over the holiday, and he suggested that, like, just read like 10 pages every day. And then it really does add up. So I'm going to give that a try to see if I can get through some more books this year, man. The one I'm going to start reading soon is The Club. This was my Christmas gift from my soon-to-be wife. So I'm pretty excited, man. It's about how the English Premier League became the wildest, richest, most disruptive force in sports. It's by Joshua Robinson and Jonathan Clegg. I think as I go through it, I'll bring up some passages in the new year for this pod, dude.
Cool. Called The Club. I like that. I like that though. 10 pages a day. Then if you catch the bug, you catch the bug. If you don't, are you looking to like read anything in particular? Are you going to be like looking at fiction, nonfiction?
Right now I'm reading a book for it's called Meditations. It's by Marcus Aurelius. It's like during the Roman time. He was, I think, called the baby king. Back then people were like 17 and becoming king. So it was kind of wild, but I'm going through it. The thing about it is it's like philosophy. So that's the problem I also have with the books that I enjoy, is that they take me a long time because I got to search every other fucking word, dude.
Tough. That's a good one. I think my resolution, I feel like the last couple years I've told myself I'm going to run a few races because I run quite a bit. And I don't. I've probably got one in the past 3 years. So I'm going to do it this year. I'll run. I signed up for one this March, and I'll probably sign up for another one in the fall. I'll actually do them though. Half marathons. Maybe we'll go full one day, but for now, it's a resolution. That's what we're at. A
I
resolution.
like it, dude. 2 races. I think we're gonna uphold you to that on the pod, bro. You're gonna have to come back, share your progress on it, and that'll be fun, man. All right. Well, let's see. The Arsenal. How are we doing? I mean, mid-season, man. Mid-season. 19 games gone.
Mid-season vibe check. 19 gone. I know we went through a couple predictions before this, but you give it to me, man. Second place, semifinal, Champions League. I think we're sitting at third in the table there. Mid-season vibe check. I don't think it's been a smooth ride, but give it to me.
No, it definitely hasn't been what we kind of expected it to be. I think we wanted a lot of wins up front. We knew he was going to be a challenging start to the year. The injuries, I think that's the story of the season so far, but we seem to be managing it a little bit better now. I think generally speaking, I'm glad there's now new platforms that we can engage in civic conversation around the squad, because I do feel like people are really overlooking our position in the Champions League. I don't know if it's the new format. I don't know what the deal is with it, but I feel like people are super underestimating where we sit in the Champions League and what that could mean for a very exciting April, May, and June.
Champions League sitting third. I think we still have to play. Is it 2 games? And I believe one's Girona and the other one is it Dynamo?
Yeah, the Dynamo, yeah.
Hey, it's not bad. That's not bad, right? Those are 2 games I think you would expect for us to look pretty good in. So third place, get the bye. Take your wins while you can, bro. I feel like that's the theme of this podcast right now. It's just like take the positives, take what you can, say put it in your hat, put it in there, save it for later. Third place, looking good. Semifinal in the cup. What was the goal of the season, KP? What was the goal? Was it to get a double? Is that what it
That
was?
was my season prediction. My season hope and expectation was that we would get 2 trophies. I think I always said a domestic double was in the cards. I wanted the league title if possible, but I also said an FA Cup and a Champions League. I might take that. I don't have an issue with that. And all 4 are in play. Like, are we actually in a play for a quadruple? Like with 19, with just like half the season to go, it's not crazy to say all of those trophies are in play right now.
Yeah, don't get ahead of your skis. Don't get ahead of your skis. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. But just like take that. Like that's a positive. We're taking the competition serious, right? Thus far, we've taken it serious. We've done the job. Like it looks good. It's obviously not in the bag. It's not in our cabinet yet, but it looks good. So you got to take those wins. We're putting pressure on Liverpool, right? We're not sure we've had our bumps. It's been kind of a roller coaster of a season, but we're putting pressure on them. Like we're putting a hand on their back. At least they know we're there. I think it's more than you can ask for, right? Didn't we lead twice? We led once. We're like close last year, fell behind, dropped off at the end. We had a terrible month, December. I think we came out of December looking pretty good, man.
Yeah, and I remember sitting here last year on the pod saying, I'm really disappointed that we're out of both domestic competitions. I was disappointed with that. And now I'm sitting here and saying, we're still in both of them. So isn't that a little bit of progress in comparison to last year? Also, we're still top of the league. We're still competing in Europe. So I think there's something to call out there. I do feel like in the first half of the season, one of the things I really struggled with is we just seem to be mentally tired a little bit, right? I don't think we're there anymore. I feel like these last 2 games that I've watched, the Ipswich game and Brentford in particular, I feel like we're showing a lot of mental strength again. We're showing a lot of, we're like out here, man. We're like this, dude. And like
Ah,
that's been a little turning point for me.
I think that's interesting. That's an interesting take. I felt like I had a note kind of after we're kind of like, oh, we're just going to do a mid-season review. And I actually had a note kind of like that. And it was like the last game that we played against Brentford, we went 1-0 down. Obviously, folks are in meltdown mode, but the team, the way they came back and played them, like straight up, game plan didn't really change very much. The game did kind of open up a bit eventually. And once the game opened up, what is it? We're better than you. Like, like basketball, the best five players typically win. Soccer, there can be some variation because there's like, no, our 11 are just straight up better than yours. Like, I feel like that's the mentality. Got our goals. All right, we're gonna sit back on our laurels. See you next week, or see you next year. Thank you. So like, yeah, I what you just said is kind of that's not a game that I've seen us play recently. It's like we're just better. It's been a lot touchier. So maybe we're feeling ourselves. Maybe that's a good point.
I think a little bit we are, dude. And also these last couple of games, I mean, we're bringing Declan Rice off the bench, dude. I've been saying, like, why did we sign Mikel Merino, right? Like, what is the purpose of this? And now you're seeing it a little bit. It's this type of player that is happy starting, seems to be happy coming off the bench. He's got big team value vibes to him. He's giving me a big super sub vibe, but also someone you can account for to give you that 6 and 7, but in the middle in a very critical position and be content.
I'm actually pretty happy with him. I don't know exactly what he is yet. I can't really like put my finger on it. But I was thinking about that. It's like, well, is this a player that Arsenal ever has? Have we ever had a player like Mikel Merino? He's not an Arsenal player. Like when you think of an Arsenal midfielder, you do not think of Mikel Merino. So like this is a new someone I haven't watched before. So I'm trying to learn from his game. Like what is he doing? He won the ball 5 times in like the attacking third or something crazy the last game. Like the most in the league this season. Like that's not stuff I'm picking up while I'm watching necessarily, right? Like, oh yeah, he moves the ball well. He's got a nice foot, yada yada. But I think maybe that I need to be more in tune with that. Like he is not a typical Arsenal player, man.
He's not. I was thinking about him and I wondered, will we remember him in 10 years? Like, how will we remember him in 10 years?
It's too early to say. Too early to say. I hope with the fondest of memories.
Yeah, hopefully we could just call on him as someone who was very critical in delivering trophies, someone you can just absolutely count on to be there. And he does seem to be very physical, man. I mean, I got to be honest with you. The goal that Gabriel Martinelli scored, yes, he's scored a beautiful goal, but I did think maybe we fouled them. Like, he had two hands in the back where he pushed that guy to the floor, bro.
Take him. You take him when you
But
can.
we haven't
You
had
take 'em
that.
when
We
you
haven't
can.
had that in the midfield. When did we have a big midfielder like that push someone over?
Yeah, that's something I feel like we used to ask for, right? Like, where's a guy like this? And now it's in front of our face, and we're not appreciating it. Again, I can't put my finger on him exactly yet. I don't know what he is, but I think you take it. You absolutely take it.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. And I think generally speaking, one of the big things that we talked about early on was we want to see the youth play. I think you wanted Ethan to play from the summer, basically. And I was always impressed with Maslow Skelly. And the season has given them those opportunities, man. Ethan has had a couple of breakout moments in the cups. I remember the goal that he scored in the Carabao Cup, the one he bended. That was nasty, dude. I'm glad he's getting his chances. And this weekend at the Sacco Roll, he looked up to the part, man.
He looked up for it. Like, absolutely, he looked up for it. I saw like the map after the game of like attacking progress, left, right, center. It was actually very evenly distributed, which I think is great, showing that yeah, he contributed, and also he did not, I guess, fall to the lights. Being the 17-year-old. I thought he looks good. He just looks comfortable, right? Like you're talking about from the summer. Yeah, I remember watching him in the preseason games. Like this dude's tight. He can play. They trust him. And then you get rid of Smith Rowe and you get Vieira. Like yeah, he better play now. And I'm glad he is playing. If Saka's gonna be out, I had said this last week. Like I don't want to see the same lineup repeatedly. I need variation. Keep everybody on their toes, including I guess most importantly the opponent. It's like I don't expect Winery now to play every game at right wing. I'll be honest with you. I don't. I don't think he plays tomorrow. I don't. But I like he can do it now, right? I trust him. You can start him. He can now come. Maybe he gets more minutes in the midfield. So I'm happy with it. I think he looked great.
He did, man. I think if I look back to some of the season predictions we had, one of the big ones was we said on the pod we'd like to treat 100 as a realistic number for the amount of goals that we can get as a squad. And right now, 19 games gone, we have 38 goals. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to get to 100. I'll be honest with you. But the main reason is because I had maybe 30 goals for set pieces. And while it's been fun and a joy to watch, I don't think we're going to get to 30 set piece goals, bro.
I don't think we're gonna get to 30. We took a count right before this. We're sitting at 11 as of today. Not bad. That's not a bad return. This is just in the Prem. Not a bad return. I think we also had a 20 or above was the second option. I think we hit 20. Why not? I know Big Gabby had missed that one, 2 games ago, the Ipswich one. Could have had us on 12 on the stocks rising, but now I'll put us at least 20 goals this season from set pieces.
Yeah, I think so. I think across the competitions we'll get to 30, but in the Prem that's not looking very likely, man. One of the things we had talked about was King Kai. That's part of the 100 goals. We suggested maybe he could get 20, and what's he sitting at now, man?
7 goals. He's got 7 goals in the Prem.
20 could still be possible. Is that weird to say he can get 13 goals in the next 19? Ugh. Maybe not. Maybe 10.
I want to ask, this is a good question. If he's sitting at 13 goals, yeah, it's possible. But where is he going to play? I don't know where he's going to play. He's definitely going to play at 9 some, but I mean, if Saka's out, I think he might be swinging around quite a bit, to be honest. We've already seen him at the 8. I wouldn't put money against him doing it again eventually. Like, why not? I think he might do it. I don't know if he's going to play on the wings. Do you think he would ever give him a chance maybe at right wing?
I kind of want to see it, dude. I kind of want to see it. I think it is possible. It is possible. But it wouldn't happen with a TP5 behind him. So I don't think we'll see it this weekend, for example. But I would like to see it if possible. It is hard, man. Figuring out the playing times for players right now, and it's a little difficult. I think one of the things I really struggle with as I look back to the first half of the season was Martin Odegaard. I think during the predictions we suggested maybe he could get above 10 assists pretty easily. We thought maybe 8 goals could be likely, but he's not scoring enough, to be honest with you. And I've seen a few fans start to turn on him a little bit, man. That's been very frustrating. This is what I'm talking about when I say these people really just get so reactionary. Like, they want the captain out because he's not producing in front of goal for them, and they think it's the end of the world because he has a giveaway every now and then. It happens, dude. It happens.
That is absolutely crazy. I have not seen that, man. That's wild. That's the captain, Mr. Smooth himself. Come on. I mean, so like the goal he gave away, sure. I mean, it's a misplaced pass. Like, it was a one-off, whatever. Doesn't matter. But like the goal thing, if that's what like people are upset about, he had that long shot in the last game, which I appreciated, with his right foot. You've said this before. He seems to like do the fake shot thing a lot. Like, he just does. I'm hoping with this Saka being out, he doesn't have that safety blanket, right? His safety's always going back out right. It's like, nah, dude, it's time to now cut in and shoot the thing. Honestly, I'm hoping this Keanu. He shot that ball with his right foot, which was crazy because that's totally not him. So I'm hoping Mikel's in his ass. Shoot the ball. Shoot the damn ball, bro. Hit it.
Shoot the ball, dude. I think that's important, man. I mean, if you look to the second half of the season, I think I would say I want to see 5 goals from him. And I don't think that's crazy. I want to see 5 goals from him.
Absolutely not. And you remember, like, he used to have those finishes we'd see a lot. kind of coming from, I guess, outside or inside out, hitting a ball back into the near post. Like clean, just a clean finish. Haven't seen that in a while, right? And he's missed a few. I think he's missed a couple of them. So once, like we were just talking about Jesus, we were talking about Martinelli. Maybe Odegaard, he sees one go in, lights flash on, right?
I think
Easy as
that's a
that.
big storyline of the season that maybe isn't being discussed enough, man. The fact that we're pulling out some of these results without an Odegaard even firing. We're pulling out these results without Declan Rice having to play 80 minutes. We're pulling out these results without Saka. So, and this has been a theme, right? A lot of them have been out, in and out, in and out. We've been pulling out results without Tomiyasu. It's 2025. I still haven't seen Tommy, bro. Where you at, my dog? Where is Tommy? Put him on the bench. Show it to me, man. I want to see him. I want to see how he's doing, bro. I miss him. We're pulling out results now without Benny Blanco, bro.
That's what I was, the last one to add was Blanco. You could say Calafiori, Timber missed one-offs, right? Not that many games. Calafiori, I guess, did miss a good portion of games, but the bug's been going around. The bug has been traveling around the squad. Not firing. That's a really good point, man. It's been tough getting everybody like oiled up, go out at the same time, nobody fall apart. Here you go. It's a lot of ups and downs. We're deep though. I want to say that's the thing, right? We're deep. We're a deep squad, man.
We've shown that, man. One of the big things we wanted to see this season was the depth, was the display of depth, and we're getting that, bro. We're on how many games is it unbeaten now? Where's the train at now, bro? Where's the next station, bro?
12. We're at 12, going on 13. Uh-oh.
Lucky 13, dude. Here we come. Let's chat about it. Let's chat about the Brighton game. What are you feeling, man? It's away, obviously, and it's got a little bit of a revenge undertone to it.
Absolutely does have a revenge undertone to it. When I think about this game, for me, it's that right side. I just want to get your perspective because it's something you said here once upon a time, and it just keeps coming out your mouth. Thomas Partey at right back. So Timber's out this game. I think we're going to see a TP5 at right back. That's just what I'm thinking. If you have otherwise, let me know. That right wing. People are calling for Winery to start again. If Partey's playing right back, who do you see at that right wing position?
Well, Partey is definitely starting at right back. I think I agree with you there. And when you think about it, I mean, I get frustrated with him playing at right back because he, again, has been brilliant, dude. Since he's returned back to the six, I mean, he's been great. Yeah, I thought he had a really good game against Brentford. He actually looked fast. So, I don't know, man. I think when he plays right back, it's not down to... I don't think he makes a lot of defensive mistakes. I don't feel like he's a defensive liability at right back. I think you can expect him to get skinned once. Are you willing to live with that? Like, that's going to happen. But then it's going to be in David Raya's hands. And right now, I feel like I'm okay with it being in David Raya's hands after they get past TP5. He's had good performances against Diaz, right? He shut him down, dude. He had a good performance against Rashford when he switched over. It's not like he's done poorly. It's the problem with him at right back is I feel like it really slows us down. Really, really slows down the gameplay, dude.
He's not mobile enough, I don't think, right? Offense, he can't get on the overlap. He just can't. He can't overlap that person on. And Saka typically always has someone that's coming around him, right? Whether it's inside or out, Partey can't do it. So that kills that. But again, it's not Saka there. It's a new relationship. I don't know who they're going to play at right wing. I just don't see them playing Winery there for this game. I'm going to say for those purposes. Dare I say it, like, I think a Jesus. I want to say Jesus. I'll even throw a Trossard at right wing for me. I think either of them would be really good shouts. Jesus for defensiveness. He can come back. And then Trossard, because he's savvy. He's a true veteran. That's how I see him. Like, he's a true squad player. He knows what to do. So those are the two I'd bet on.
Trossard loves a game against Brighton. That I know for a fact. I'm not sure if he'll start, though. I think my front three right now. Actually, I maybe he should start, dude, because I want to put Kai Havertz back in the nine. I'm struggling with that. I don't know who's gonna play nine, right? So I'm sure. But let me tell you who's my right wing. My right wing is Gabriel Martinelli because I
Okay.
want to. If TP5 is at right back, I want to see him hitting the long balls over the top to Gabriel Martinelli,
Mm,
not having to worry about it. And I want to see Gabriel Martinelli come back and help him double on Matoma because he's very dangerous. I think on the left side we can deal with Minte, but on the other side with Matoma, I'm a little bit worried. I think we need help. So I'd like to see Martinelli there for a double and the long balls over the top, man.
oof, I actually really like that shout. I was automatically thinking myself of high up top. He's playing up top, and Jesus outright. That's kind of what I was feeling. I threw Trossard in there because I think he could do well. But anyways, if you wanted to keep Jesus up top, I think Martinelli's got to be the dude that's going to the other side. I love that. I'm only thinking about defensive liability stuff with Tim Partey after you had just said he's been good at right back. Like he's been solid defensively. He really hasn't got cooked. I guess enough time. Like there's been a couple moments I guess you can say, but not enough to doubt his ability out there. Absolutely not. So trust him. You got to trust him. I like Martinelli out there for that. Oh, the outlet could be huge, bro. That could be a huge thing for us.
And I think give him that permission. Like, dude, get the ball, play it quickly, right? There was one game he played, I remember I was satisfied with him at right back because I said he has the easiest job. He just gets the ball and nails it to Saka and just Saka goes, right? Now just play it over the top. And he has been doing it a few times, man. So I think I would go with that right side personally. The other players up top, it's a coin toss, dude, because if TP5 is out there, I imagine Declan Rice is at 6. And I think Odegaard is still going to play because the manager believes in him no matter what the haters say online. They're not, thankfully, they're not the
He's the
decision
captain.
makers. Yeah. And maybe Kai Havertz goes at the left 8. Maybe Marino doesn't start this game. I can see that where it's a Kai Havertz and Jesus and maybe Trossard gets back in at the wing.
I think that's a good shout. I don't know. I like that I don't know. I'll be honest with you. That the back line I think is a lot more predictable. You kind of know the left back. I guess you could go chop and change right now, right? With Calafiori and Lewis Skelly. Kind of feel like you go chop and change with those two. But the other 6 positions in front of them, it's a toss up. It really is a toss up. I'll nail on Odegaard for sure. But the other 5 positions, I don't know. And to be honest with you, I don't care because whatever he picks is probably a good fucking lineup, right? So I don't care. It's good.
I think it's going to be a pumped up lineup. I think it's going to be a pumped up lineup, dude. As long as Declan Rice is starting, which I think he will be, he's very well aware of how that game ended. And I think that's going to be huge, man. I think it's going to be huge. The players will be up for it. Trossard, he loves playing Declan Rice. He knows what happened. Jesus is just firing. Martinelli's firing. I think it's just the left 8 for me, actually. That's kind of in question as I chatted about it.
I think the squad is in good spirits, just like you said. That celebration to the Martinelli goal with the scarf, him chanting, that's a really good thing to see from someone like Martinelli who's been kind of up and down. Maybe he is hitting his stride. He's saying, I'm still a part of this. I love it. So I think the spirits are very good right now. Like you said, pumped up. Yeah, I think a lot of folks should be pumped up. Seems like we can't name the 5 players. You don't know. I think everybody wants to prove themselves right now, huh?
Yeah, and you can count on that, dude. Whoever gets the starting sheet will want to be there. I mean, Maslu Skelly, the left back position is interesting, man. If I were to give you my preference right now, I actually think Maslu Skelly should start at the weekend for me.
Interesting. That's interesting because I was thinking about Partey playing right back. I guess if you ask him not to invert, I don't know though, man.
Ooh, I see what you're saying. I see where
Don't
you're going.
I don't want both of them to be in the midfield with Rice. It's just gonna that would clog things up so much.
That's true.
That's just how I would see it.
No, that's true. That's true. And Calafiori's been nice, man. This last game, that left hand side was finally looking like a left hand side, right? Like the overlaps, he gets around, dude. It's nice to see.
I feel like the first half was a little slow, but second half on one. Like I said, that statistic that the ball's going basically left, right, and down the middle, right? Everybody's getting their touches. Everybody's involved. It does look good. Your left, who did you have at left 8, Marino?
No, I think Kai Havertz for me at left 8.
Kai Havertz. I'll go back to what I said. I really don't think it matters for me.
What do you?
I'm I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Who's my preference?
No. What do you think is going to be the score?
I'm gonna go. I think it'll be kind of tight, man. I'm gonna go for a 2-1.
2-1. Wow. I don't know. I think we get a clean sheet. I have a good feeling about a clean sheet, dude. I'm gonna say 4-0, dude.
Interesting with that. Do you think we're still like a defensive? We're gonna sit a lot. I kind of see the game's gonna open up. I just imagine somebody else scoring because the game. I just think the game's gonna open up a little bit.
I think it's gonna be a good game too. But I'm really pumped up about it. I think I really want the revenge myself, and we're better than them, dude. We just are. So go out there and show it, dude. In the first half, I want to see. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 3-0 at half. Call me crazy, dude. But I want to say maybe it can be 3-0 at half.
I'd love to have checked before this, but I don't think they're in a great position in the table. They've really fell off. They're not even fighting for Europa. You know, they're like I think they're in like 13th. They really fell off the table. Bad form. This is more of a trap game feel for me than a we can't go. Like Brentford's going to put up a really great performance. I think it's just more of this is a trap game. If we play at the level, we're better. That's end of, right? End of.
Yeah, they're sitting 10th, dude.
10, okay.
So I don't know. Maybe 4-0 is a stretch. I think 3-0 is possible. I want 3-0 at half personally, and then I just think make it 4. I want us to batter them, dude. If it's a 4-2, I'm also cool with it.
I'd love to see 4 goals. A 4-goal win is always fun.
So, but you know, if we're gonna have games like that, I do feel like we need to do some business in January, and I don't know what your expectations are for it, man. I think we both want to see signings. There's been a few rumors floating around. This Mateus Cunha has been really picking up steam online. I'm not sure if the fans are signing him or if the club is signing him, but we're excited. We're very excited about it.
My opinion is 1 forward, 2-1 forward, and I don't really care if it's I almost say I'd prefer it not be like a big money person. I'd prefer it be someone that will probably be a squad player eventually. I'm saying more of the Trossard vision. I think we've talked about this like way back when. I like that approach. I just really do. January signing, prove yourself. What can you do? I can see an Osimhen getting signed right now. It's like that just seems a little. It doesn't seem to fit. I don't think it fits us the way we are, personally. I'd prefer a more middle of the road, I guess, signing.
Yeah, I mean, Cunha is the only name I've really seen floated around as something that might actually be going on in the background. But who knows? Maybe it's smoke. I'm cool with it being from outside the league. I don't think it has to be a Premier League player that we sign. There was another player. I saw the PSG has one of their forwards that they're possibly thinking about offloading to Arsenal, but I haven't watched enough to comment on him. And I think another mystery German is floating around, dude.
It's funny. That's a throwback. Did you actually see that again?
Yeah, dude. I can't tell if people are.
Wow.
I can't tell if people are actually trolling the individual who had initially said things about the mystery German, or if people are. Yeah, I think people are poking fun. But who knows?
That seems like a troll. That's pretty good. Do you have any names specifically? Anyone that you would be like, if you found out we were linked, you'd be like jazzed about it?
I mean, if there was a real link with Embuemo, I would be pretty jazzed about it, dude. After what I saw uh, against us, after what I've seen throughout this season, but I also saw a clip that was floating around of Thomas Frank before our game, where a reporter asked him, what would you say to clubs that are maybe potentially looking to at Embuemo because of the season he's having? And I think his response was, "Good luck."
Okay. I think Embuemo was a popular name. A lot of people would be happy with that. As long as it's good business, I think that makes a lot of sense. That seems like he would fit a lot of our positions were needed, right? Right wing and down the middle. I think he could do either one. He's proven he can score goals.
Yeah, I mean, you said you don't see a big money signing. I think this Cunha rumor that's going around is being valued at 70, maybe. I don't expect us to spend that kind of money. I think 50 is a fair number if we're going to spend in January, but I really can't see us spending more than 50.
I don't see us spending the 70 now when summer's coming. Again, we're just talking about how well we're doing this season. Without it, like, yes, Saka's out, so we do need a replacement. I wholeheartedly agree with that. But it's no reason to settle for Acuna now when in 6 months you could be getting your real target, right? Don't settle. Don't settle, man. Never settle.
Yeah, so I guess with that in mind, I imagine you are also not too keen on rescuing a Marcus Rashford.
Oh, absolutely not. That is not something I would be interested in. After the rescue of Raheem Sterling, which I thought was great. I thought that was going to work. That went down, and he's actually good last season. He was solid, right? Rashford has not been solid, so I don't want to see that.
That's fair, and there's still some to come from Sterling. Hopefully, I saw Mikel said he should be back next week. He's on the pitch again, so hopefully he can play a part in these next 3-4 weeks. We'll see. I saw Benny Blanco is still a few weeks out, though. I don't expect him to return until February.
No, me neither. Tomiyasu, I don't know if I ever expect him to see him again. Where are you, Tommy? Put that out, everybody. Where are you? And then Ben White. Yeah, a couple more months. I'm cool with it. He'll be coming into a firing squad, huh?
Would you rather we don't sign a player at all, or we sign a defender?
Yo, that's a diabolic question. Wow. All right, I have my answer, but I'm gonna let you actually answer first. I'm interested. Feel like you thought about this.
No, I mean, for me, it's like I would rather we just don't sign anyone the whole window.
Really?
Then we go out there
Okay.
and we sign a defender. I would be fucking sick, dude.
If they signed a defender and this dude can step right in, I'd be okay with it. I honestly would.
Step right into what, bro? The hospital?
Keep. So TP5 cannot play at right back anymore, and he can play in the 6, which works really well this season. He's been playing really well. It's like, or what? We have we have these players that can't play for a long time. Kibior, he's gonna be out the door soon, right? Tomiyasu, I don't think he's gonna. I don't see another contract renewal like in the cards, right? The way things have gone, that's too. Hey, I wouldn't. Zinchenko, he ain't. Where's Zinchenko? Put that out. Where is Zinchenko at? Where is he? I'm just saying. There's quite a few defenders that I think are moving away from the club here pretty soon.
Yeah, so sign it in the summer. I don't care. Don't do it in January.
I love that.
Don't do it in January, bro. That
The
would
reactions, huh?
absolutely piss off the fan base, I think, dude. Like the vibes
I
would go
love that.
immediately.
That's so funny because that's, I want to say, the honest truth of it, right? That is the honest truth of it. Like, you can't. Oh, well, they'll like it. Everyone's gonna go up in flames because that's just what happens, right? Mob mentality, baby. Mob
I
mentality.
mean, if Arsenal like if they have some kind of discussion with their marketing team and they think this is a great idea because they're going to generate so many clicks and like grow the brand even more, don't do it. The brand is big. Go out there and get us an attacker, okay?
What do you think the likelihood is? Do you feel like it's going to happen? If you had to put a percentage on it.
I would give it 65. I think 2 out of 3 January windows we sign someone, and this could very well be one that we don't.
So you're 65% that we will.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Are you lower than that?
50-50. Yeah, I'm 50-50. I don't see us doing this. Like, I just don't see us making a silly deal. Summer's big. I think we have big plans for summer, man.
What? Our big plan is to bring in a technical director, dude. We don't even know what the plan is for this summer. We don't even have a guy at the helm, right? So...
No, the plan doesn't stop. The plan doesn't stop because Edu walked out the door. Come on.
Maybe it doesn't.
What are we doing, everybody? What are we doing?
Maybe it doesn't, but still, like, what was the January plan? I mean, I kind of struggle with the way last summer's plan worked out. So I don't know how much I want to trust this summer's plan, right? Because they did this again last summer. We all knew we needed an attacker. What did we do? In the first 5 days of the window, we tried really, really, really hard to sign an attacker. And then for the 8 weeks after, we're just like, does anyone want Eddie Nketiah? He's up for sale. That's literally how the summer window went, dude.
Yo, you're on one tonight. I love it. On one. That was good. That's fun. I mean, I think you're speaking a lot of people's truths, to be honest with you. To say I haven't felt some of that. Yeah, you're speaking some truths.
I mean, what? We're talking about the window. This is my expectation for the window. Go and sign an attacker, because otherwise I'm going to be upset. I mean, I'll still watch the games. I'll still root for you, obviously. But if you're doing some kind of survey to the field as to what people want, the people want an attacker. And I think you have to deliver that. Because what's Man City going to do? They're probably going to go and sign a few players, dude. Who knows what the other clubs are going to do? They're going to go and sign a few players, dude. Forget this season alone. Next season, there's going to be even more competition, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle tried to sign a couple of players this January. They're really gunning for that fourth place, dude. They're coming. That's a good team. That team is looking good, man.
They're on a heater. They're definitely on a heater. I haven't seen any real significant reports or anything anywhere as far as transfers go. But what you were just saying, basically the mentality of the fans if we don't sign somebody, right? If we signed a defender, people would be out the window. This is the chance to sign somebody and give that intent of we're going for it. I don't expect it to be a big number. I believe we're both in the same boat. I don't expect it to be a big number, but I do think you need to show us we're making a commitment. We're in the race. We're looking at trophies. Show us that you're in for it. I want to see at least some chatter. At least show me you're trying. All right? I want to see that you're trying.
And it goes beyond the fans, dude. I think one of the rumors I've seen floating around is Real Madrid trying to talk to Saliba, maybe. Some interest there. I mean, we can expect other teams to also come in for some of our really good players over these next few windows. So if we go out there and we sign a defender, how does that make... What signal is that sending to William Saliba? That feels like we're signing someone just in case something happens. Where it's like, no, bro, he's here to win, and he needs you to go and get an attacker for him.
I'll revisit what I said earlier. I'm thinking about in the team right now. What do we have? Oh, we signed a defender just so Thomas Partey can move up. That's all my thought process is. We have defenders leaving, blah, blah, blah. But that's, I think, big picture, that's facts. Let's look at everybody else's head, right? Where's your head at? Are you serious? Is this a serious club? I don't think it's banter. That's absolute banter to sign another defender, right? It absolutely is. I think you're correct on saying basically send the message. You can't send a terrible message like that. So,
and I think about Big Gabby. Big Gabby's been with us for 5.5 years, right? I think he was one of the very, very first signings of Mikel Arteta. And he has given us everything. And he deserves a trophy, dude. And he says, I will do anything you need. I will cover this entire back left side. You just go and get me an attacker. Because we need that. We absolutely need that, dude. Go and do it. Go and do it. Don't be afraid. And I'll be honest with you, man. 2025, I am starting to see trophies in London.
Trophies. Trophies, trophies, trophies. That's what it's all about, right? So yeah, 2025, it could be a good year. We'll see.
Could be a good year. We'll be here for it. Thanks, everyone, for spending time with us. Thanks for listening. Do some of the things that you think you should do as a listener if you enjoyed the pod, if you enjoyed the chatter, and have fun watching the game. Keep your vibes positive, put some good energy, and back to squad. We'll see you on the other side.
Be easy.